Hello everyone, this is Lynn Tackett.
And this is Shawn.
Welcome to TNT Big Show, and if you like our channel, please hit that subscribe button. You can also ring the notification bell to keep updates when we bring out new videos. Also, I'd appreciate it if you leave a comment and thumbs up the video to help with the algorithm. Let's get into it. A brand new lawsuit, class action lawsuit, has been filed against PlayStation. On News for Sony ponies, which they're going crazy, but there is a class action lawsuit being filed against Sony for multiple allegations of sexism, even though the person who filed it was under one person. But when there's a class action lawsuit involved, there's multiple allegations.
Yeah.
This is why my brother especially has been so hard on Sony.
Exactly. This is exactly. I told you people, Sony is just like Activision and EA. They just are.
Yeah.
They just are. There are video game YouTubers out there. I'm not going to name any names. Review Tech USA. When stuff like this happens, they all do it. Okay. How many assassin lawsuits of sexual harassment and stuff have been filed against Nintendo, Michelle? How many?
Zero.
Zero, exactly. Because they don't all do it.
Yeah.
The video game media. Come on. And by the way, speaking of which, and I'll let Michelle get to her in a minute, you know how many, this story has been up for how long?
About a day.
A day. How many video game YouTubers have talked about it? 2. No Review Tech USA, no Spawn Wave, no Dreamcast Guy. Where are you guys talking about this? It's been up for a day. You're like, well, maybe they haven't had time to make a video. UTech Verse, 17 hours ago. Carlec, 10 hours ago.
Yeah.
Don't tell me they haven't had time to do a video yet. And there's only 2 videos. Carlec's video, I think, had 1 response. Well, now 2 thanks to me. And UTechverse had 0.
Yeah.
Where's everybody at talking about this? Where are they?
And Reggie Fils-Aimé, the former president of Nintendo of America, said that Nintendo had some sexual misconduct, but they handled it.
They fired the people who did it.
Exactly.
They fired them.
If no company is going to be perfect,
no.
It's how you handle those situations.
Exactly.
So if you have some bad apples in a company and you deal with them, then you're not on this.
Yeah.
But if you let it go the way Sony and them did, like, remember, folks, there was a young African-American woman that Sony fired, and I know this was about 5 or 6 years ago, but still, it should tell you something. She spoke out against the sexual misconduct at Sony. And racism, and she got fired.
Yeah.
Instead of actually doing something about it, Sony decided to fire her.
Yeah. And remember that billboard ad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Black and white Vita. The black and white Vita.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Racist. Yeah. Exactly. This is why you're like, Shawn, you're too hard on Sony. No, I'm not. I want them to fail because of garbage like this. So come on. Let's hear all you YouTubers. Come on. They all do it. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah, until there's actual claims, proof and everything. People are like, well, this could be a lie about Sony. Well, okay, it could be. But given their history and the fact that they've had people who have been fired over calling out misconduct, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I think it's true.
Yeah.
I do. Because it's Sony. They're just like Blizzard, Activision, and Electronic Arts.
Yeah.
They're just like them. This is why I want Sony to fail.
Now, yes, Nintendo communities, like the Smash community,
there's a difference between the toxic fans and the actual company.
Yeah, I know, but Nintendo did handle it, though. They stepped in, which is good. And here's where I think it all stems from. I think a lot of men think that video games should only be for them.
Exactly. You know, the majority, not all, but the majority of Sony fans.
Well, ponies.
Ponies, yeah, they think that. You know, like I've always said, the Donald Trump supporters. They've got to have their fun. They're Sony fans.
Yeah.
Not all Sony fans are Trump supporters. Every damn Trump supporter is a Sony fan. Not one of them have an Xbox or a Nintendo Switch. They just don't. It's Sony and PC, baby. That's all they have.
Yeah. Well, they even hate PC, though. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
Ever since I've been young, I've heard young boys talk about they play video games to get away from their families, to get away from women and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the reasons why they hate Nintendo so much and just say Nintendo's for kids is because Nintendo tries to get everybody to play games. Like, whether it's women, Nintendo has aggressively tried to target women to play more video games and stuff, whereas Sony hasn't.
Exactly. Exactly, because let's face it, who was the first video game heroine? Who was it? It wasn't Lara Croft or who knows, whatever, Mortal Kombat, whatever their names are. It was Samus Aran.
Yeah.
Samus was the very first, a woman.
Yeah.
Nintendo, baby. Nintendo.
Yeah. But this is a widespread problem. Activision, or Insomniac, who make the Spider-Man games, a bunch of women are starting to come forward about gender abuse. Naughty Dog, also owned by Sony, has been accused of racism and sexism.
Yeah.
And this is where I say that you can't even trust the so-called liberals or something, because Naughty Dog puts progressive messages in their games, but they're actually one of the worst when it comes to harassment and mistreating their workers. So people get onto Nintendo for not always being progressive. Well, at least Nintendo treats their people right.
Yeah, exactly.
This is disturbing, and I wonder how many more are going to be caught.
Probably many more. I would just say this, folks. This holiday season, if you want to buy a Switch, buy a Switch. They got great games. If you want to buy an Xbox Series X, buy it because they got great games. I've always said Sony has no games, but now they're in the league of Activision, Blizzard, and EA. Show with your wallet. Don't buy a Sony product, not even music, television, especially a PS5. Don't buy them this holiday season. Show Sony we don't put up with this crap. I mean, unless you're a Trump-loving Sony pony, or you're Ben Shapiro, or Donald Trump, or some other sexual harasser who believes in that stuff.
Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, unless you actually hate women and are sexist, then buy Sony. That's your product. You know, like the quartering and clownfish and them. That's your system. But if you're a real human being with a soul, don't buy any Sony products this holiday season. Let the scalpers have them.
Exactly. I think this stems back to young men not wanting women into video games.
Well, look how they treat whenever a woman wins these video game tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
They explode with hatred and toxic. Like I say, it's Trump supporters. It's conservative, sexist men. They just are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to make this political, folks, but that, you know...
Yeah.
But like I said, you can't even trust the so-called progressives, because look at Insomniac and Naughty Dog.
Exactly. But they're owned by who?
Sony.
Yeah. It's all stems back, like I said, this is not just a one-time, but this is why I want Sony to fail. There are so many people, Sean's too hard on Sony. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yeah, Sean has known this about Sony for years.
Years, yes.
He keeps up with the news.
Damn straight I do.
And like I said, you know, people are like, what's the one coming against Nintendo? I hope not.
Yeah.
But the fact is, even Reggie said that it happened at Nintendo, but they took care of it.
Yeah. They didn't let it go. They fired the people who did it.
And Nintendo even got onto the Smash community.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, we know that every system has their toxic fans. And I know that there are sexist Nintendo fans, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But in the company, that's your job.
Exactly.
To keep your company as toxic-free as you can.
Exactly.
This is just really disturbing. It's not just Activision. It's not just EA. It's not just Rockstar Games and all the more companies that are either crunching, you know, or doing sexist or racist things.
Yeah.
I know there are good companies out there. I know that there are good companies that don't have this kind of problem, or if they do have it, they deal with it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of video games who are run by sexist men, and who have always had this view that video games should just be for men.
You know, like Activision, Blizzard, Sony, and EA.
Yeah.
What did we learn this holiday season? If you have a PS5 on pre-order, if you're not a sexist pig, like the Sony ponies, cancel it. Don't buy any Sony products. Don't.
Yeah. If the same thing happened to Nintendo, we'd tell the people not to buy Nintendo until they straighten their act.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So, you know, all you companies need to be put on notice.
Exactly.
Treat your employees right.
Right.
This is Lynn Tackett.
And this is Sean.
Have a good one. Thank you all for enjoying the video, and thanks to our Patreons for supporting us. You guys help make this video possible. And you can also join our Patreon if you want for as little as $1 a month. You can get things like Jack's Joke of the Week, which will be up later today. You can also join our Reddit, which is TNTEgames. And you can also join our Discord, which is TNT Big Show -3665. And that's not all. We have an Instagram, we have TikTok, and we have a WordPress blog. Thank you all for supporting us so much, and have a wonderful day.